Welcome back, YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to be providing an update here on the short-term time frame, roughly the next 48 hours, because what it's looking like we need to do is grab some pools of liquidity. And that's not just in a particular asset, but it's going to be overall for the market, because historically, when we have these trends where we take a look at the candles and we start trending sideways roughly for about 5 days, typically will the volume, the buying pressure will kind of wean off a little bit, and we'll have to grab some liquidity if something doesn't change in the macro to generate new money coming into the asset. So let's take a look here at the charts. So for Bitcoin here, you'll see that these candles here are very indecisive. We got some neutrals, we got some shooting stars here, very weak bearish candles that were generated. We got a strong one yesterday. Well, I say decent. I won't say it's strong, but we had a decent candle yesterday. But we're going to need to kind of pick this volume up here and generate. Well, not necessarily generate, but pick up the volume here if we're going to hold this position here, because these candles, along with the people that are selling or at least taking going short against the asset, they are kind of canceling out almost. That's a better word. The buying pressure that's coming in, or at least closely matching it, at least up until yesterday. And we're generating some very weak candles here. It's kind of holding its own pretty much, but it's not being decisive in one direction or the other. And this can lead to a breakdown here if we don't have that leg up toward 25,000 roughly by Wednesday, probably Thursday at the latest. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on. Let's take a look here at Doge for you guys as well. We know the market kind of trends together, or at least with Bitcoin's assets. And this candle here that we got in Doge was actually a bearish candle when we broke the trend, but we somehow managed to get some positive momentum here. We're pretty much at the point where we are about even with it. We got a red candle here forming, but nothing to be alarmed with just yet. We haven't broken trend yet, so I think we're probably going to be on that same 48-hour time frame to grab some liquidity here to either support our current spot or move up and retest that that 945 the 9.5 mark roughly. The great thing is we do have some macroeconomic news coming out on Wednesday, so this could be the jolt that we need for to build support where we currently are, or to go test some of those previous highs. And this could also be, again, just throwing theory out there, this could also be what a lot of investors are waiting on to kind of get an idea as far as to how aggressive should they be. Should they kind of wait? Have we bottomed? Should we, is there a likelihood for a pause in any of the upcoming meetings and stuff like that? It kind of eliminate some of the hearsay so they can get some concrete data on how to play here in the short term. Because we see shorts have already taken a position for Doge at least. So we have a little bit of covering here, but for the most part, they've already taken their position. Not a massive one, because again, you never know what that data is going to say. And then we are above trend, so we can get that run, which I'm sure this will spike if we do get, if that is the case. But overall, right now, there's a lot of indecisiveness in the market. So we're going to have to grab some liquidity sometime between now, Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. Otherwise, we're looking like we can see a slight consolidation just to grab some liquidity. I'm not saying that the run is over for 25,000 or 9 cent, but I am saying that we're going to need some liquidity, and you're going to find that you're going to start to find that at slightly lower levels. So kind of keep an eye on that in the short term time frame here. Let's take a look. I know the markets trend together, but we can take a look here at some of the other assets. Well, we're really close to a retest for Ethereum. This is really great here. So this will be a really good time for Ethereum as well. If we're able to get that move up across the markets, this will be really good for Ethereum, because this can mean another roughly $100 for Ethereum before it gets challenged again. And then after that, it's the potential for a really big move up to a little over $2 grand. So this is a really good week for a really telling week for Ethereum at least. So let's see. Not so much for Cardano, but well, still it would matter if we are able to get that move up because we have a few points before we get to 44, but still it's not necessarily strong. So if we get that move up or grab that liquidity for something like Bitcoin, we should see a continuation here. But because Cardano has literally been kind of like straight up, even if it did have a consolidation, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So this can be Cardano's situation is a little bit different, but Ethereum is definitely on the cusp. Yeah, so we're just to keep an eye on that for the next 48 hours. That's the time frame that we're going to need to kind of get an idea. So that's going to be the short-term update here for pretty much I went through all of them: BTC, Cardano, Ethereum, and Dogecoin. So 48 hours liquidity. Keep an eye on the markets, and we'll see Wednesday. If anything changes in the updates, obviously I will get back on, and we will kind of pick up where we left off tomorrow. So, like anything I had to say, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it with a friend. And don't forget to check out Moomoo. I have a link for the description section for 15 free stocks if you open a new account. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video.
Try it.